Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to do a review for Bardo VR, a game on the Steam store for the HTC Vive, Valve Index, and the Oculus Rift. This is a wave shooter with a bow and arrow. And of course, there's several of those games in VR. How does this one stack up? Well, in my opinion, although Bardo does a lot of things well, the core gameplay for me was just a little too mundane, not very exciting, and therefore I just can't recommend it. It was a close call, really close call. I even thought maybe I should give it a neutral recommendation, but at the end I just said, you know what, if after 30 minutes I don't want to keep playing because I'm so bored and I want to play something else, that tells me I should not recommend this game. So I'm going to give it a negative recommendation of 4.5 out of 10. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say this is a bad game, but there's just so many better bow and arrow games in VR. There's really no reason to be playing this. There's just so many good ones. Twisted Arrow, Hollow Point, Archer Scareless, Imbest, so many good ones out there. This is just nowhere near as fun as any of those. This is a 180 wave shooter. You have a couple of different enemy types, and the first 10 waves or so are actually very dull and boring. It was really no challenge. I didn't see any difficulties levels. There are a few options, with graphics, with sounds. You just press the menu button to get to the option screen. And don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful game. It runs smoothly. I like the Eastern theme. I like the music, and I like the UI. It was very smartly implemented. So there's lots of good things about this title. So I almost hate to give it a negative recommendation, but like I said, if after 30 some minutes I don't want to keep playing because I'm bored and I find it just not pleasant to play, then I just can't recommend it. After the 10th wave, I don't think I saw any new types of enemies. I think I had seen them all already, and I got all the way to the 15th wave. And the way this game works is you get a checkpoint after every 5th wave. So in this gameplay that you're seeing, I actually got all the way to the 15th wave, but because I didn't successfully complete the 15th wave, I didn't get a checkpoint for level 15. So I went basically I'm going to go back all the way to wave 10 if I want to retry, and that really sucks about this game. I don't like that. There's too many waves in between, and there is quite a bit of a difficulty jump from the 10th wave to the 15th wave. Like I said, I found the game really easy, very boring up to the 10th wave, and then all of a sudden it just gets a lot more difficult, and there's just a lot more enemies on screen. There's different things you have to look for. Other than the bow and arrow, you do have this magical ability where you can push back enemies, so kind of like a push force, and you have to use it strategically when you have a bunch of enemies near you. And as you can see, I did that, I believe, on the 11th wave, where you saw that. I believe I tried it in a few other waves as well. But yeah, I mean, this game looks good. It runs smoothly. I love the Eastern theme, but the core gameplay is just too boring, so I just can't recommend this game. I'm going to give this game a 4.5 out of 10. If you find it on sale, I might give it a 5.5 if you really just want another bow and arrow game, but there's just much better ones out there in VR.